Some MLB pitchers make stellar first impressions. Steven Strasburg hurled 14 strikeouts in his super hyped debut. Juan Marichal started his Hall of Fame career with a one-hit shutout in 1960. A guy called Bumpus Jones opened his brief, mediocre career with a no-hitter in 1892. But not everyone has a happy first day on the mound. And in the deep history of humiliating debuts, one stands out as the saddest combination of bad performance, bad luck, and very, very uncomfortable circumstances. This is the worst MLB pitching debut. July 24th, 2016, St. Louis, Missouri. The Cardinals are hosting the LA Dodgers, and for the first time all season, St. Louis is using an emergency starter. Because of a rain check doubleheader and a 16-inning game earlier this week, none of the 5 pitchers in St. Louis's rotation are ready to go. So they went to their AAA club in Memphis and said, hey, give us the next pitcher in your rotation. Not necessarily the best guy or the readiest guy, just the next guy. That lucky call-up is this fellow, Mike Myers, making his first and, to date, only career start due to sheer happenstance. It's not the first time happenstance has dictated a pitching debut. In 1912, the Detroit Tigers needed an emergency starter because Ty Cobb was suspended for beating up a heckler, and Cobb's teammates went on strike to protest the suspension. The Tigers found a bunch of randos to fill in for their next game in Philadelphia, including Alan Travers, a college student they found outside who got $50 to take the mound and pitch a complete game in which he gave up 24 runs on 26 hits. So at least Myers is a real baseball pitcher and not some random schmuck off the street. But is he ready to face the playoff-bound Dodgers? Let's see. Well, with a couple strikes, he's got the count in his favor, but Chase Utley just kind of sticks out his bat and pokes one into center field for a single. The very first batter is on base. But hey, at least Myers faced a batter, right? In the 9th inning of a 1971 Astros game, Robin Yount's older brother, Larry Yount, was called to the mound to make his debut. He entered the game, but aggravated an elbow injury while warming up and was pulled before throwing his first pitch. Yount never got another opportunity. That non-debut debut was his whole career. Myers' arm feels fine, so with a man on first, he deals to Corey Seager, gets up 2 strikes again, but then Seager hits this weird roller that just stays fair. No play at first or second, so that's 2 men on. Bad luck, and now Myers is starting to sweat. He's sweating because, remember, this isn't a relief inning in the middle of a game. He's getting his major league baptism as a starting pitcher, and it happens to be Sunday Night Baseball on ESPN. People are watching, including a large contingent of Myers' family members who were gonna go watch him in Memphis, but took a surprise road trip detour to see him pitch on a way bigger stage. Oh, and Myers is also sweating because it's 100 degrees. So yeah, whatever he does, it's gonna be as a starter in front of his family and a national TV audience and Marlins man and everybody. It's gonna be a story. This is not like Fred Hutchinson's debut in 1939, in which he gave up 8 runs in just 2/3 of an inning in relief against the Yankees, but was totally overshadowed by Lou Gehrig's decision that same day to end his legendary streak of 2,130 straight games played. Myers still has a chance to get out of this pickle, and with a full count against Justin Turner, he throws what might be strike 3, but no. The umpire calls it ball 4. Turner walks, bases loaded. And yeah, this felt like it was coming. Myers misses his spot and serves Adrian Gonzalez a pitch straight down the middle that Gonzalez crushes for a grand slam. Oh, Mike, I feel for you, man. Oh God, and his family looks so sad. This hurts. And before the broadcast even gets out of replays, Myers has given up a double to Howie Kendrick. Finally, against the 6th batter he faces, Yasmani Grandal, Myers records a strikeout. What a relief. His family finally has something to applaud. And this saves Myers from one potential ignominious achievement, the infinite ERA. According to some accounts of Harry Heitman's 1918 debut for the Brooklyn Robins, Heitman took the mound, gave up 4 hits that would all become earned runs, recorded 0 outs, got pulled from the game, then walked straight out of the stadium to enlist in the Navy and never play pro baseball again. 0 outs means Heitman counts as having pitched 0 innings in the ERA calculation, which means his career ERA is loop-de-loop. That honestly might be preferable to a situation like that of Frank Worm, who in his 1944 debut recorded a single out to go with 4 runs surrendered, never pitched again, and lived on with a career ERA of 108. Myers has not left the field to volunteer for military service or for any other reason, but that ERA is climbing and he's gotten himself in another pickle. After inducing his second out, Myers walks Jock Peterson and ends up with men on second and third. And then Scott Kazmir, the goddamn pitcher, drives in both runners to make the score 6-0. Myers finally gets out of the inning, and now you've got to wonder if his night is done and where 6 runs in an inning ranks among the worst debut starts ever. Because there have been some bad ones even in recent history. Just a month before this game, Zach Eflin debuted as a Phillies starter and gave up 9 runs, 8 of them earned, in 2 2/3 innings. In 1996, these same St. Louis Cardinals sent out Mike Busby for a start in his first ever game, then pulled him down 13-3 after 4 innings. Then there's Arnie Munoz, who in his 2004 debut for the White Sox gave up 1 run in the first inning, then 9 in the second, eventually exiting his first game with 11 runs surrendered in 3 innings. Those are all much longer outings than this one, but hey, Myers is back on the mound for the second inning, and the Cardinals picked up a run for him, changing tides perhaps. Shit, maybe with such a big lead already, the Dodgers will go easy on Myers. That's what happened in Squire Potter's debut for the Washington Senators in 1923. Potter pitched so poorly, including 9 runs in 3 innings, that Cleveland base runners allowed themselves to be thrown out just to curtail the embarrassment. Kind of. But look, Myers gets the first batter out, so maybe he doesn't need any help. Maybe things are turning around. Or maybe the next batter gets on with a single, then Gonzalez picks up another hit, and a throw to third sails into the dugout, so Gonzalez winds up at third and another run scores. If Myers can't get out of this inning intact, then that's... oh no. Howie Kendrick homers, and even though the Cardinals are trying to preserve a bullpen full of dudes who all put in major work this week, it's time to pull Myers. The final total, 9 earned runs in 1 1/3 innings. That's good for an ERA of 60.75. By far the worst in recorded baseball history among starting pitchers who gave up 8 or more runs in their debut. He got hit very hard, very quickly. It would be Myers' last start, too. These days, he's a regular, solid reliever in the Cardinals system, but he'll never forget that first taste of the majors. Many pitchers have gotten rocked their first times out on the mound. Pitching history is riddled with dismal debuts. During production of this video, Arizona's Yoan Lopez started his career in the majors by facing exactly 3 batters and giving up 2 home runs and a triple. There's a lot of all flavors, but no one has ever done it quite like Mike Myers, for whom fate and mishap collided in front of his family and the whole damn country, forming the worst pitching debut ever. A perfect storm of humiliation. Thank you for watching The Worst. There are a lot of terrible pitching debuts in MLB history, so if you want to make the case for any others, feel free to do so in the comments.